So I have some plans for this year, and they're big plans. I've been really into watching, my hair's really greasy, whatever. Here. I've been really into watching like people's new house and house renovations, and getting into a bunch of videos on how to buy your first house and that sort of thing. And me and my husband are planning on buying a house this year. However, here's the deal. We've been married for 3 years. We've been together for 6, I think. We've moved around a lot. I think in that 6 years we've lived in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places, give or take, 5 places. So we made some poor decisions. Keela, do you mind? Can you go lay down? We made some bad decisions with our money, and nothing like huge. Like, we didn't get in a crazy amount of debt, but there were things like, you know, a medical bill that wasn't paid, or I'm trying to think, really that's the only thing. Or we still owe on like our wedding rings. Just small stuff like that, that we needed to get taken care of, and it's kind of always been like, oh, next year, you know, oh, we'll do it later. Right now, we just need to worry about paying our bills. Well, right now, we're actually in a position that Matthew's getting paid really well, and I'm just actually starting a job on Monday that I'll be getting paid pretty well. I mean, it's not fantastic, but it's better than I've ever been paid before. I've done a lot of different jobs. It's really hard for me to stick at a job because it's hard for me to stay at a job that I'm not passionate about for 8 hours every day. Excuse me, when the whole time I'm there, I'm just thinking about other things I could be doing, and like trying to think of ways that I could be earning money and paying the bills with something I actually enjoy. And so yeah, that's kind of, yeah. Anyhow, shoot, I forgot where I was going. I'm gonna learn how to use Editor. That's gonna be fun, because this video is kind of crap. This is the first video I've ever filmed, just saying. So it's not gonna be super great. I'm not super comfortable. I'm comfortable like one-on-one talking to people, but I hate crowds. That's beside the point. The point of this, me starting this, is I kind of want to start like a journey, if you will. Fixing our credit, getting a down payment for a house, and buying a house, and then if it's like a little bit of a fixer-upper, maybe like renovating the house and stuff. My bra's like not comfortable at all. On top of that, we decided we want to try and get pregnant this year. Well, I decided let's do it this year. Matthew's been like, oh, eventually, and I'm kind of like, okay, when is eventually, you know? And I told him, I'm 26 right now, I told him I want to be done by the time we're 30. If we're gonna have 2 or 3, we should probably start pretty soon. He kind of thought about it. He's like, yeah, I think so too. And so I kind of checked with him, you know, like my birth control expires because I have like the next one on. It expired in December, so I'm like, you know, do you want me to put it in for another 3 years? Because I don't really want to, so what do you think about maybe trying? He was like, actually, yeah, I agree. So we had a conversation about it, you know. It's one of those really weird, like scary conversations, because on one thing it's like, okay, I'm ready, like let's do it. But on the other hand, it's a big change. Like, that's a big responsibility to be, sorry, my dog's glaring at me. She really wants to be on my lap. That's a big responsibility. So anyhow, that kerfluffle aside, the point of me doing this is I want to track the journey of being a parent for a first time. I know, reinventing the wheel over here, but being a parent for the first time, but more than that, the whole home buying process and fixing credit. I know it's kind of boring, but for me, when I'm actually like looking for videos of people who do it, Buster, do you mind? It's people start like their videos start like chronologing it when they have the down payment set up, and it's just like, oh, we bought a house, or oh, we're building a house. I'm like, I want to know the steps when you got there to how you got there, excuse me. So that's kind of my idea. I don't know. Maybe it'll be interesting to a couple people. Maybe I'll completely fail, and by the end of this year, we'll have no kid and no house and still be in this rental. And that's fine too. And then I'll delete all my videos and no harm, no foul. I have dogs. Anyhow, so the goal is to get debt paid off. Once that is paid off, that should only take me a couple months, because with Matthew's job, he's paying for all the bills, and with my job, that's strictly savings and paying off debt. So I should be able to get debt paid off with my paycheck within a couple months. And so if we're looking at March or April, then we should be able to start building a down payment. I should get something fairly decent saved up within like 6 months. So theoretically, by like September or October-ish, we should be able to buy a house, because after the debt's paid, then we'll be saving the down payment. While we're doing that, we'll probably pull credit cards and probably get credit cards to build our credit. I don't know any other way to do it, but I'm hoping if I just have like a good fat down payment, it'll kind of help us out. And since we both have pretty decent incomes, that'll kind of help us out. We also don't want to go to like our max budget for a house, because maybe we'll get a fixer-upper. Another thing is I want something with a little bit of land, not like 20 acres or anything, but like a little bit of property. So Keela, go lay down. Good girl. I want something with a little bit of property. I'd like to have chickens or maybe a cow or two, kind of be towards that like self-sustaining lifestyle. If we do end up getting, and that's a whole nother thing, is where are we gonna throw a baby in the midst of all of this? Like if I got pregnant tomorrow, I'm getting my birth control removed on Thursday. If I got pregnant tomorrow, and we go to plan and get our house in, say, October, that's exactly when I'm gonna be having a baby. And so I don't know how that would work. Both of us working full-time, having a brand new baby and doing renovations on a house. I don't know how that'll work, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We probably won't get pregnant right away. It'll probably be a few months. So I'm really excited. I've always wanted to like film one of those videos. Oh, and another thing. Sorry, I'm super ADD right now. Excuse me. I want to get back in shape. Like a few years ago, I was in dang good shape. I was super fit. I've never been like super fit, you know, but normal person fit. Like I was pretty toned, I had a good shape, clothes looked good on me. Now I'm just kind of like, I'm not fat, but I'm a little bit fluffy and fluffier than I want to be. So yeah, that said, that's another goal. Got a lot of goals for this year. Start my new job on Monday. I just quit a job, long story there. I have like a week in between, so I was like, screw it, you've been putting this off. It's something I really, even if 0 people end up watching this, I want to document it for me. And I'm gonna put it up on, you know, the YouTubes, just cause I feel like it. But yeah, first off, get our credit in check and buy a house this year. It's super scary. Like it's one of those things that a lot of people do, and it's not that hard, but it's also like there's a lot of steps you have to take. I mean, theoretically, we probably could just jump in and get a house right now, but our payments would be really high probably. Just because our credit's not up there, we don't really have a down payment saved, so I don't even know if we could get a house, but I don't want to even try and get a house until like everything's all set up and ready to go. And right now, you know, step 1 is good. We both have like really good paying jobs. So step 2 is just gonna be getting rid of that debt. It's not a ton of debt, but it's a chunk, and it's gonna take a couple months to pay. But if I'm putting all of my income into paying off that debt, it's not going to take that long. And I'm super fortunate that my husband makes enough money that he can take care of the bills, and I can put all of my money towards paying off debt and, you know, getting together a down payment. So anyhow, step 2, get to baby making. I don't know how that's gonna go. Also, I used to work at a dermatology. That's the job I just quit. a dermatologist, and I got Botox. And I like it because I have really deep wrinkles, but it gives me like a funky wrinkle right there. I don't know if anybody cares. If literally one person cares about it, I'll do a video about it because it was free. I worked at a dermatologist's office and they needed practice and I was the guinea pig, which, I mean, who wouldn't try free Botox? I'm not afraid to try anything. Anyhow, that's beside the point. So yeah, that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. I'll start recording interesting things along the way as far as, you know, paying off debt, starting baby making for sure. Like I said, I've got an appointment on Thursday to get the Nexplanon out of my arm. Maybe I'll video that. Yeah, anyhow. Yeah, so I might record getting my Nexplanon out. I know there's a ton of videos. I mean, nothing I'm videoing is like groundbreaking, like people have done it before. But I thought, you know, it's more interesting when it's you doing it, and it's terrifying. Like, having a baby is terrifying, but it's also really exciting, and I really want to do it, and I think I'm ready, and I think Matthew's ready too. And that's really important that he's ready. Like, we had a conversation about it just the other day. I told him, if you're not ready, let me know. We'll just put it off for another year. That's fine, like, no rush. But he is ready. Like, he's a little bit scared too, and I think I have a lot of brothers and sisters. He has one brother and he's the youngest, and so he's not used to being around like little guys and little kids and stuff. So it's more intimidating, like that whole process is more intimidating for him. And I completely understand that. I respect that. And I don't think it's okay to like force somebody before they're ready. So, which is why, I mean, I probably would have got pregnant like right after we were married. Thank goodness I did it, because I would have a 2-year-old right now. And that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, I think the timing's right. We've been wanting to buy a house ever since we moved back to Montana. Right now is not the best time to be buying a house, just because everyone and their cousin seems to be moving to Montana. Hi, Buster. But hey, you know, nobody's gonna regret saving the money. If it means we have to wait a little bit longer, we'll have to wait a little bit longer, but at least I'm never gonna regret saving up a down payment, and I'm never gonna regret saving or paying off the rest of our debt. If that means that money's gonna sit in the bank, or maybe we're gonna invest it for a couple years, if that's what we have to do, it's what we have to do. But I'm at least gonna start. Same with the having kids, you know. Buster, don't lick that. Do not lick that. Same with having kids, you know. If there's never gonna be a good time to have a baby. Right now, it's freaking terrifying to have kids. But you know what? If we're ready, we think we can take care of them, not think, we're sure we can take care of them and be good parents and, you know, provide a good home for a kiddo or two. You gotta kind of let the rest happen as it happens. You just gotta make the choices without the fear of the future and try and make like informed decisions, yes, but I'm not gonna let fear of what the future, what the next few years might bring, stop me from dreaming. Because otherwise, you know, what if 3 years from now I'm still here and just thinking like, oh, I wish I would have, you know, saved up that money. I wish we would have got a down payment saved up and got our credit saved up, because now would be a perfect time. Or we could be in a house right now, you know. I don't want to live with regret. So we're at least gonna start, we're gonna try and see where it takes us. So yeah. If any to the one person, or maybe just my dog, who watches this video, let me know what you think. Tips are appreciated. I understand I am very uncomfortable in front of a camera. I don't know why. Hopefully I'll warm up, but hey, nobody starts off as a pro, so I'm probably gonna have to learn how to edit this, so if it's edited horribly, I am sorry. But yeah. If you're interested, come along for the ride, and I think it would be really cool to meet a couple other people who are kind of in the same boat as me, as, you know, getting their debt paid off, getting money saved up. Maybe it's not for a down payment, maybe it's to travel for a year or something, just to meet other people who are kind of in on the same thing, or maybe we can encourage each other, you know. I know for me at least, when I set a goal, I'm like really excited about it for like 2 weeks, and I'm like, I haven't saved up enough money yet. Like, this is pointless. And it's like, it's been 2 weeks. Like, you can't save that much money in 2 weeks. So yeah, to kind of keep each other motivated. And I am so excited just to think about maybe Christmas this year we'll be in a home that we own. Like, I know some people don't care about owning a home, but to me that's so cool to be able to do whatever I want with it, to be able to have space for our kids. Kila, you need to obey. Go lay down, please. Go lay down, please. Thank you. Buster, you too. Go lay down. Yeah. I'm on the floor, so they just want to be all up in my face. Anyhow, so yeah. Hopefully somebody wants to join along with me, and I don't know what's happening with this hair. Hopefully somebody's interested in coming along with me. And yeah, we can go on this little journey together. It's super exciting. It's life-changing. I feel like I'm finally like taking my life in my hands and like in my control, and that feels really good, because it's always been, you know, one thing or another that, oh, we have to cross this bridge and we have to cross this bridge. And right now it's just like, let's just do it. Let's just start saving up that money. Let's pay off that debt and start looking at property. Like, for my motivation, I go on like realtor.com and just start looking at properties. Like, I don't really know if those sites are, you know, reliable or whatever, but to me it gives me motivation to keep trying, keep going. And yeah, my hair's super greasy and I kind of feel a little bit sick today. I've been not like sick, but like my head's kind of foggy, as you can probably tell, and my nose is kind of sniffly. So I'll probably go take a bath. I have to do some dishes. Yeah, that's about it. So for the one person or dog that's watching, thank you. Let's be friends. And yeah, I'm excited. I don't know how to end a video, so bye.